Hey guys, welcome back to another Thomas Wooden Railway review. So I have to admit I actually had this in my possession now for about a month, and this review was kind of a long process for me. You're currently looking at the brand new 2015 Volcano Park Deluxe Set by Mattel Fisher Price for the Thomas Wooden Railway. Now, a lot of people right off the bat didn't want to give this release even the slightest chance of being good when it was first announced, but I, on the other hand, thought differently, and deep down inside, I have to admit I was a bit skeptical, yeah, but secretly excited, and the anticipation was definitely through the roof. Could this possibly be one of the best 2015 releases we have seen thus far? Could Mattel finally break through and give us something that is worthy of the classic Thomas Wooden Railway name? Sure, I realize you're probably saying, Josh, the Sewed or Story Collection sets, you're totally forgetting about those, and yes, those are amazing and high quality, but those sets retail for $250 each, and they're far outside the budget of any average Joe, so essentially you're getting what you're paying for? Me, now I don't buy that statement at all. Mattel is a very experienced toy manufacturer, and I believe they have the tools to bring back what was once an amazing franchise of toys and offer them for a price that is affordable. The first thing that caught my attention was the vibrant colors and amazing box art that we have come accustomed to since Mattel picked up the license. Really, they're not struggling at all in grabbing my attention here, and this is actually something I think they have improved on over recent years. Just like some of my previous videos I reviewed for 2014, they are advertising new merchandise on the box as we see here. The newly released DVD Dinos and Discovery. I don't blame them though, as this is just one more place to get your attention and money. Some other notables are that the font on the back really pops out to me, and the rocks behind it look great. And the volcano comes with a toaster. No, really, it looks like a piece of toast erupting, more on that later. But there are a few things that I've gotta point out here for my sanity. Taking a look at the back of the box, in the fine writing, there is a disclaimer about not using the volcano as a toy gun and going around shooting people in the eye, and only use projectiles supplied with this toy. Last time I checked, supplied with was not 2 words, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Finally, they always take the time to focus in on the child's expression, which is a marketing genius, as you wouldn't believe how many of these sets this kid will end up selling. But I've got a small gripe here. The picture is so focused on the kid that Thomas on the back of my box is surprisingly really out of focus. Enough rambling here, let's get this thing opened. Inside the box, we are presented with a standard Thomas and standard cargo car. Okay, I've got to say this. Jlouvier is absolutely tired of standard Thomases and standard cargo cars. To me, this is a complete lack of effort on Mattel's part and screams a bit lazy. I could be crazy, but why not offer something exclusive and unique to this set, like a new character such as Samson? Sure, they might be banking on the fact that this is possibly your very first Wooden Railway set and want to make sure that you get Thomas, but Mattel, you can still give us Thomas, but why not make him unique? Give us a Thomas with a new facial expression. I mean, geez, there's a volcano erupting, but it doesn't seem to be bothering him. Or how about this? Give us a Thomas with the volcano painted exterior, like some soot and ash on him. In 2014, I ended up with about 20 of the same Thomases and cargo cars, and quite honestly, this slightly irks me. And Mattel is better than this. Also included in the box is a wooden crane, some very nice detailed locales, a fossil scanner, the volcano base, and some Thomas Wooden Railway track pieces. So I have to admit, I haven't watched the new Dino and Discoveries DVD, but apparently the set is loosely based off that special, so I'd love to hear your comments about this set in general. Does it really have anything to do with those episodes? Overall, the quality of the base build is nice and surprisingly made of pretty thick wood-like material, MDF to be exact, which is mostly used nowadays and is primarily made of wood and glue, also known as medium density fiberboard. The images portrayed are nicely detailed as mentioned earlier, and I really can't fault the design, look, and feel of this part of the set. However, I can fault the design in the track. I've mentioned this in some of my other reviews in the past. First off, this is a deluxe set and doesn't come necessarily cheap at roughly $80 US, so you'd think you get some premium wooden track pieces. Well, guess again. Mattel decided to throw in one-sided track pieces, with the other side being pretty much useless, at least to me. Why not offer to include two-sided track pieces, with the other side being normal track or marked as track for road vehicles? This to me is another way they have decided that they can save a few pennies. But Mattel, these kind of changes are what separate the Tomas Wooden Railway from other brands. People will catch on, and are catching on, that the Tomas Wooden Rail is not like it used to be. Incorporating even the slightest details go a long ways to people like me. What I'm trying to say is, to win people over, you need to set high standards and not continue to make cuts here and there that essentially affect quality and lead to lost customers. Wow, I can't believe I'm bashing this item so much, but I challenge any of you to purchase this item and take a look at it for yourself. I personally don't think it's up to what I believe should be the Tomas Wooden Railway standards, but who am I to judge? And this is all my personal opinion. Moving on to the Volcano, or toaster as mentioned earlier, this thing is massive and made of complete plastic. The plastic doesn't bother me all that much, as I realized they needed to create some sort of way to shoot the fossil out of the crater, making wood a difficult option. But just like the 2014 Waterfall Lumberyard set, this set is banking its success entirely on one feature, which is the launching volcano. And just like the Lumberyard Waterfall set, which you can now find surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, online at retailers for up to 50% off, this set's main feature is a failure in my opinion. Yeah, you heard me right. The launcher doesn't seem to really launch at all. I tried over and over to load the fossil in the launcher and shoot the fossil, and each time it never even cleared the launcher. So I know this is technically approved for young children, but how could you possibly get hurt if it can't even shoot out of the launcher? I'm sure this is something that may or may not be up to Mattel's decision due to regulations on specific guidelines, but why make a set entirely based off this feature if you can't pull it off? Or at least add some creative volcano erupting sounds and lights, as this would have slightly improved my thoughts on this piece. I mean, there's plenty of room to house a battery hold in that plastic. The last feature the set includes is a nice wooden crane that can transfer the fossil to Thomas's journey to the fossil scanner. The fossil scanner. So the fossil scanner kind of reminds me of those kid spy equipment you could buy back in the day that included a garbled message that could only be read with spy glasses. Although the image can be seen without the scanner, putting the fossil in the scanner will reveal a dinosaur head fossil, which I think is a nice addition and probably will keep young engineers interested for quite some time. Overall though, this is my opinion, I'd say stay away from this release, as it really isn't up to the standards I believe the Tomas Wooden Railway should be.
Ha! I told you this item was going to be terrible, that it was just going to be a giant unrealistic hunk of plastic. But no, you didn't believe me. You wanted to say, oh,
give it the benefit of the doubt.
Give it the benefit of the doubt, it might be good. How dare you be nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right, everybody go unsubscribe from Josh's channel and subscribe to my channel, Mr. MPS 2002. Yeah, that's a very good idea actually, go subscribe to TWR Community Radio. It's a joint channel operated by me, Oliver Duck, Percy number 6, Here are the Japanese Train, Wooden RS, and LNR Flying Scotsman. So we got lots of great shows on there. Check them out. Oh, by the way, Josh. I've been looking for you forever just to ask you, will you do a crossover with me?
Notte giorno di torno tirano, delle belle turbando a riposo, Narcisetto a Tocino d'amor, delle belle turbando a riposo.